Hey guys, welcome to my second video, and we're gonna have a bit of a spin. And instead of focusing on a board game, we're gonna focus on a DLC of quite an old game, Fallout New Vegas. And this one is gonna be the Honest Hearts DLC. And just I've been playing it recently, and I just wanted to say my thoughts. So, for a bit of back information, Fallout New Vegas Honest Hearts was the last one I played, but I think it's the worst. Later on, I'll give a ranking of the ones the ranking of the four DLC. But I just felt it was quite lazy, and there was a lot of lost potential. While I do like, when you go to different parts of, Warlord America and the Fallout universe, and in this case Utah, it generally gives you a hint. I just felt, they could have done a lot more. For example, I was thinking of you going to New Canaan. However, let me just explain the plotline first. So, pretty much after the Battle of Hoover Dam, Caesar sends Ulysses to the Great Salt Lakes around Utah to send the White Legs, your antagonists, and a tribe to destroy New Canaan, a bunch of enemies. He also gave the White Legs a lot of weapons from busting in a bunker. I personally believe they destroy New Canaan, and that's when Joshua Graham comes in, the Burn Man. He used to work for Caesar, and then they came, and then there's a new tribe called the Dead Forces, who are in the Zion Canyon, and then Caesar wants the white the White Legs want to join Caesar, and so they you know and they're also being threatened by the 80s gang. I believe I learned that from Hearts of Iron 4, uh, Fallout New Vegas mod or whatever. Anyway, and then the courier comes in by being part of a merchant gang, and when they come in, they sort of get destroyed. Anyway, I just found it extremely, from a plotline narrative, extremely lazy. I mean, it's really short, like really. The main quests are you go find the burnt man, talk to him. You then get a bunch of stuff from pre-war things like lunch boxes and whatnot. Then you meet a new Knight, like a medical healer who wants a peaceful way out and whatnot. I personally believe. And then what happens is you go and clear a path, and then you kill the white, or there's an option for you to kill the white leg leader. Salt upon wound. That's it. There's nothing else. And you're just in a national park, so there's not like any bunkers or vaults which I'm really into. Adds to the lore. There's nothing really there. It's a bit disappointing compared to the other DLCs where it's like you learn a lot before about pre-war life. I mean, it is a national park, but I wish they personally did it in New Canaan, like a religious settlement, and it became like a theme where you have different like heretics and you came like it becomes a more of a religious war, and then you have bunkers and you visit the bunker where the White Legs broke into. I thought that'd be somewhat interesting. Of course, you could say I'm completely bollocks here. I mean, you get quite nice weapons. One from like the Survivor, I believe it's called in, and it shoots 50 cal bullets, which are quite rare. So I never the Survivalist rifle. So I never really managed to use it for. But I just found it extremely disappointing. I mean, in terms of, I mean, you have the revelation about Vault 22. If I got it, well, the ones with the spores and they turn into fungi creatures. You have that revelation. But other than that, I mean, you just have a bit of Yao Guai, the natives. I mean, it has a useless perk where you're like an imperialist. That's practically useless. I just wish there could have been so much more. I mean, like I said, I was really hoping, like in the opening scene and the end scenes, when they had the town in New Canaan, I thought there could be different factions, like wrestling for religious control and religious differences. That could have been one path that they they took. I mean, it would be cool if there was like Caesar's Legion there, like had an actual appearance, like, puppet states fighting or whatnot. I mean, I found the ending where you like battle quite underwhelming as well because it's just a bunch of like three guys with bats attacking each other. So, yeah, I mean, I just it's not necessarily a bad one. It's meh, but overall, in terms of gaming and DLC ratings, and when comparing it to the other DLC of the Fallout series, I have to say I'm gonna have to rate it quite lowly. Give it a 4/5 out of 10 because I personally, when it comes to DLC, there's so much more potential. Okay, however, this DLC was extremely short, and even though it lived up to its name as being a national park, they could have done a lot more. In terms of just just things. Please, criticize me or say your thoughts of the DLC, honest hearts down below, and I'll get to you. All right. See you for the third episode.